Running on a treadmill versus running outdoors. If your goal is to prepare for a race, logging all of your miles on a treadmill isn't ideal. Research shows that you expend less effort running on a treadmill than on a sidewalk or a trail. Plus, you probably won't have the luxury of someone pacing you on race day. I recommend a good deal of training take place outside, said running coach Elizabeth Corkum. At Mile High Run Club, coaches advise runners who are training indoors to set the pace for various parts of the workout based on their perceived exertion or how hard they think they are working. If the runner is honest with themselves and their body, the effort should translate relatively well outside, said Corkum. She also advises runners to set the incline to 1%. That rule of thumb comes from a study published in 1996 suggesting that running on a treadmill at a 7-minute mile pace and a 1% incline is equivalent to running outdoors at the same speed. Run at a slower speed, and the effort of running on a treadmill at either a 0% or 1% incline is comparable to running outdoors. The difference is due to air resistance, which you don't have if you're bobbing up and down in place. At sprinting speeds, the discrepancy might be a little larger. Matteo Bonetto, an exercise physiologist at the Istituto Ortopedico Galazzi and a track coach, has his athletes do high-intensity interval training. He wanted to find out how that effort differed if they had to do a workout indoors, say, because of bad winter weather. He measured how much oxygen 15 runners needed, a measure of how hard they were working, during an interval workout on a treadmill at a 1% incline versus on a track, and found that the treadmill training was a little easier, attributable, he figures, to the springiness of the belt. He recommends increasing the speed of a treadmill 15% over your chosen interval speed to expend the same amount of effort during interval workouts. Our quick poll of athletes during a track workout, however, confirmed that many people believe that, in spite of the research, treadmill training can feel harder than running outside. What gives? As Bonetto explained to us, the way your foot falls on a treadmill is flatter, so your muscles have to work slightly differently and therefore feel more stressed if they are not particularly used to working on a machine. Whether treadmill running feels like a slog or a song to you, remember, you control the treadmill, it doesn't control you. A running teacher recommends familiarizing yourself fully with the machine you're on before you start your first run to ensure that you're comfortable and oriented. Pointed out that a treadmill keeps you in place by design, which can change how you run. If you run too far forward, you risk hitting the display, he said. If you run too far back, you may fall off the treadmill completely. You also can't veer too much to the left or right due to the handles. Overstriding, when your foot lands too far in front of your body, is a common treadmill misstep often caused by trying to keep up with a speed that is too fast. You have several ways to avoid overstriding, including staying within your pace parameters, improving hip flexibility, and increasing your cadence, which encourages your feet to land under your hips, where they belong.